Welcome everybody to a look at the final 4K release from Imprint for 2024, and it is 1994's The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which, as you can see, has had a lenticular cover, so it changes. Not sure if that's going to entirely pick up on the camera or not. But I'm not particularly a fan of them. I feel the feel of them just really irritates me. But regardless, this is directed by Stephen Elliott, who I've not seen anything else from before. It's a road comedy, clocking in at 103 minutes long. Had a budget of $2 million, but had a box office return of 29.7 million. So it was a highly big success, quite frankly. And yeah, stars the likes of Hugo Weaving, who was in the likes of the Matrix trilogy, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, V for Vendetta, and Cloud Atlas, as well as Guy Pearce, who was in Iron Man 3, LA Confidential, The Hurt Locker, the 2002 version of The Count of Monte Cristo, and Ravenous. And finally, Terence Stamp, who was in The Collector, Superman 1 and 2, The Limey, and Alien Nation. So, two drag queens and a transgender woman contract to perform a drag show at a resort in Alice Springs, which is a town in the remote Australian desert. As they head west from Sydney aboard their lavender bus Priscilla, the three friends come to the forefront of a comedy of errors, encountering a number of strange characters as well as incidents of homophobia, whilst widening comfort zones and exploring new horizons. So, yeah, with three stellar leading performances in this, probably one of the all-time great three lead cast choices as far as I'm concerned, and they are all excellent. Script that manages to balance comedy and emotion while treating the characters like the humans they are, and not just two-dimensional caricatures like we see in so many other films that have characters like this. A fantastic score soundtrack, a solid supporting cast, beautiful scenery, which is obviously helped by the excellent cinematography and cracking production. This is a comedy drama film that works on practically all levels. So, yeah, 4.5 out of 5, quite frankly, and I'm really glad we have this on 4K now. I have had it on Blu-ray in the past, but to have it on 4K while in this really rather nice special edition is a right treat, quite frankly, because this is one of my all-time favourite films, not just as a comedy film, but also just as a film from the 90s and just as a film in general. So, yeah, we get the lenticular hard box, which, like I said, I'm not a massive fan of. I do prefer just a normal physical one because, like I said, I don't like the feel of them. We have that on the side, and then that on the side, on the back as well, which is our three leads, looking fabulous. And yeah, we also get the case. So there's a film on 4K, and we get the film on Blu-ray, and finally a documentary and the special features on the third disc. So nice to have a free disc release. We also get some physical extras. We get some art cards, which are nicely presented in this little wallet. And we get the film poster. None of these have anything really on the back, just some like copyright information. And then we get a bunch of shots from the film. So Terence Stamp for me is my favourite of the three. He's just so funny. And he plays his character really well as well. She is a a transgender woman, so therefore it's obviously a kind of a thing that he's not really knowledgeable about, but I think he nails her role quite frankly. So yeah, he's really good. And then we get a booklet as well, which inside has more shots from the film as well as out of the bus and onto the streets, performativity, masculinity, and Australian culture in the Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert by Sally Christie, which on the surface, in terms of that title, probably is talking about how Australia is seen as quite a hardened country. It's quite a masculine, seemingly male-dominated country. So to have, you know, drag queens and LGBT people is probably not seen as something that's all that common. And then we also get production information in here as well. So yeah, not a massive booklet there, but still a decent one regardless. And then we also get a bunch of features on the actual discs already as well. So on the 4K and Blu-ray, we get a Dolby Vision 2160p ultra high definition presentation, which is restored from the original 35mm negative by Imprint Films. And then you also get a 1080p high definition on the Blu-ray. And you also get an audio commentary by writer-director Stephen Elliott and a theatrical trailer. And then on the Blu-ray Special Features disc, which is the third one, we get Between a Frock and a Hard Place, feature documentary from 2015. Priscilla, A Celebration for Everyone, interview with writer-director Stephen Elliott from 2024. The Average Little Boy, interview with actor Mark Holmes from 2024. He's the child that's in the film, who's a child of one of the Hugo Weaving's character. Yeah, then we get Birth of a Queen, featurette. Behind the Bus, Priscilla with her pants down, outtakes reel. Tidbits from the set, featurette. Ladies Please, featurette. Backstage, extended featurette. Deleted scenes. The Bus from Blooperville, outtakes reel, alternate cut with additional scenes. Original Australian theatrical trailer. US teaser trailers, and photo gallery. So, yeah, fantastic film, to be honest. There's a couple of issues you could probably take with it here or there, but on the whole, a really, really good effort and one that I highly, highly recommend. And to be honest, it's better than the other similar effort. I think it's 2-1 Fu. I can't remember the entire title. It's not a particularly memorable title, I find, and does seem to be aping the long title from this one. But that one stars Wesley Snipes and John Leguizamo. I forget the names, but it's decent film, but it's nowhere near as good as this one. Nowhere near as hard hitting, and nowhere near as funny. And the Australian desert is a far more interesting location as well. So, yeah, 2-1 Fu from Julie Neymar, I think it's called. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments, but regardless, yeah, that's the inferior, more American-based kind of film, whereas this, being Australian, is a little bit more unique and, yeah, presents a different kind of view than you would get from a more mainstream American release. So, yeah, on the whole, an excellent, excellent effort, and yeah, like I said, one I'm glad really has a 4K release. Hopefully, it does get a release over here in the UK, so it's more widely available, but I'm really glad that Imprint have given it a release regardless. So, yeah, highly recommend seeing it if you haven't already. But if you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.